okay? Because the life of man is in the blood. So what happens if you are a Hebrew, it's in your blood, but you function in action and you live in your life as a Greek. You live in your life as a Roman. You live in your life as somebody totally different than who you are. And then we wonder why we're not successful in a lot of things. Because this, of who we are, has been buried. It's been hidden within you. And today we're going to prove that. We're going to show you that because it's very important. I got a chance to read the Willie Lynch letter. And we're going to open up this. I'm going to show you all a little clip. And in the Willie Lynch letter, I never read the entire Willie Lynch letter until this weekend. And when I read it, I said, I didn't know they did all of this. But everything that was in that letter literally is happening right now in 2017. Okay? Yes. So I want y'all to listen to this clip because it has a lot to do with getting our righteous mind back. Everybody say, we need our righteous mind back.
We need our righteous mind back.
We're going to watch the clip of the great debaters. And in that clip, Denzel Washington is going to explain to these young debaters about the Willie Lynch letter. He's going to explain to them what they decided to do in slavery to cause us not to forget who we were so that we can and put somebody else in front of us or in our mindset so that our minds will be functioning and thinking from a total different perspective and idea. And what we're trying to do is to get your righteous mind back. So that's the clip we're going to watch of real quick to hopefully bring some type of understanding.
Yes, sir, I do like to talk.
Is that a virtue or a vice?
Well, I have to admit, I've always wanted to be the quiet, mysterious type. Only I couldn't keep my mouth shut long enough.
Would you punch yourself in a street fight, Mr. Burgess?
No, sir.
Then don't punch yourself in a word fight. You don't have to make fun of yourself. Use your humor against your opponent. Mr. Farmer.
Yes, sir.
Happy Mr. Farmer. Tell us one thing we don't know about your father.
He was the first Negro PhD.
One thing we don't know about your father, Mr. Farmer.
He walked from Florida to Massachusetts to go to college at Boston University. He graduated magna cum laude.
Mr. Lowe. Tell us about your father.
Why don't you tell us something about your father?
We're trying to get to know each other, Mr. Lowe.
I was trying to get to know you, Mr. Tolson.
Well, I'm not the one on the debate team.
Are we not engaged in a debate right now?
All right. I'll take the affirmative. Take the meanest, most restless nigger. Strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining male niggers, female niggers, and nigger infants. Tar and feather him. Tie each leg to a horse facing in opposite direction, set him on fire, and beat both horses until they tear him apart in front of the male, female, and nigger infants. Bullwhip and beat the remaining nigger males within an inch of their life. Do not kill them, but put the fear of God in them, for they can be useful for future breeding. Anybody know who Willie Lynch was? Anybody? Raise your hand. No one? He was a vicious slave owner in the West Indies. The slave masters in the colony of Virginia were having trouble controlling their slaves, so they sent for Mr. Lynch to teach them his methods. The word lynching came from his last name. His methods were very simple, but they were diabolical. Keep the slave physically strong, but psychologically weak and dependent on the slave master. Keep the body, take the mind. I and every other professor on this campus are here to help you to find, take back, and keep your righteous mind. Because obviously you have lost it. That's all you need to know about me, Mr. Lowe. Class dismissed.
Take the mind. Anybody, what else you hear? All right. So what he said was, we're trying to recover your righteous mind because it's obvious that you have lost it. So at one point, you had a righteous mind. When did you have that righteous mind? When you thought like a Hebrew. Because the Hebraic thought is the purest righteous thing that the Father gave to his people who were Israelites. Are y'all hearing that? Yes. So at one point, you had a righteous, holy, perfect, set-apart mindset. But something happened to give you this other kind of mindset and this other mentality. And that's what we're dealing with today. We're talking about the day when the Hebrew thought was taken away. And now the Greek thought is on top. So we all think like Greeks and Romans and Americans. Y'all hearing that?
Yes.
Okay. Prophecy, Genesis 15. This is a prophecy that Abraham received about the children of Israel, his seed. Come on, read, John. Slow and steady.
And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, and on horror of great darkness fell upon him.
So this is Abraham. The sun is going down, and a deep sleep fell on Abram. And he saw something was horrible. Come on.
And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs.
Whoa. All the way back in Abraham time, it was prophesied to him that what? Thy seed shall surely that thy seed shall be a what? Stranger in a land that is not theirs. Come on.
And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
Now, when people see this or hear this prophecy, they automatically think when the children of Israel were in Egypt. But if everybody know you've been listening to me, you know that I've already taught about when they were in Egypt. How long was they in Egypt?
430 years.
430 years. So when he was getting this prophecy, he wasn't talking about when they were in Egypt or the first Egypt. Right. But he saw this captivity of the transatlantic slave trade. And it's almost 400 years. Because the first slave came here in 1619. Do 1619 and do 2019. And that's how you have your 400 years. So here we are in 2017, 2 years away from this 400-year prophecy being over, coming to an end.
Hallelujah.
Can y'all see how things are starting to happen now? All of a sudden things are starting to change. People are waking up all over the place, talking about their Hebrew, talking about their Israel. All of a sudden.
Yes.
Because this was a prophecy that he said they will serve them and they will be afflicted for 400 years. This is why Trump had to be in office. Because Pharaoh was not a woman. That's why Hillary Clinton didn't get in. Pharaoh was a man.
Yeah.
And who was proud, who was arrogant,
Yeah.
who said, I don't know this God of the Hebrews. And they had asked him interview after interview before he was running. Are you a Christian? What are you? He was like, well, I'm to the point where I don't need to believe all that stuff. I got the money, he pretty much don't need a God. He doesn't know the God of the Hebrews. Are y'all hearing this?
Yes.
Okay? Let's see what else the prophecy says. Oh, the word afflicted. It means to H6031. To afflict means to afflict. It means to oppress. It means to humble. Be afflicted. Be bowed down. To be put down. Y'all ever been put down?
Yeah.
Okay? It means to become low. To be depressed. Downcast. To be humiliated. Mishandled. To be afflicted. That's what the word afflicted means from the Hebrew. Can y'all see us in that picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's read on. What it say?
And also that nation.
And that nation, come on.
Whom they shall serve.
Whom they're going to be servants to, come on.
Will I judge.
The Father said he's going to judge them, come on.
And afterward shall they come out with great substance.
And they're going to come out of that nation in whom they have been serving for 400 years. They're going to come out with great substance. Are y'all hearing that?
Yes.
We're going to come out with great substance, but it has to happen some kind of way. It ain't going to happen by us working for everybody else. It has to happen. Wealth has to transfer some kind of way over to us. And we're on the cusp of it. We're 2 years ahead of schedule. Are y'all hearing this?
Reparation.
It's coming. And I can tell you about the meeting we had on that. My. So what I'm telling you is, I will judge that nation, and afterwards they will come out with great substance. Y'all need to just start getting ready. Because we're on the cusp of all of this. That's why this thing is so divinely, I've literally been divinely or strategically placed in this city for this reason, for this particular. This is why Donald Trump wants to come to Chicago to shut us down. Because he knows, think about all the people that's here. Nation of Islam are here. Hebrews are here. All of the revolutionary, the Black Panther Party, all of them are in Chicago.
Yeah.
So he wants to bring tanks in Chicago to stop it before it can get going. But it's already stirring up. It's already started. They can feel that their time is coming to an end because it's Jacob's time to begin to reign.
Hallelujah.
Are y'all hearing that? When Judah wakes up, are y'all hearing that?
Yes.
So I'm sitting on all of this. Every week I'm coming in here and I'm like, oh, these people, they ain't got a clue or an idea what's happening and what's taking place. This is why he was like, hold on, we gotta play. We want to get all y'all to Israel. We want to get y'all because we know what's going to happen to the United States. Have y'all read about America in the Bible?
No.
You don't see it.
Not in the Bible.
No.
I wonder why.
Not America.
Exactly. So if you already know that it's going to be destroyed, that means you need to be getting your footing somewhere else.
Right. You got to know another.
Are y'all hearing this? I didn't even know the Muslims, they believe that America is going underwater. They believe the earthquakes is coming and it's going to just...
It's made on water.
Right. Think it's going straight under the water. Now, the Bible talks about Babylon is falling. It talks about fire being destroyed by fire. So either way it goes, water or fire, both of those are two bad things, aren't they?
They sure are.
And if you're in a place where there's water or fire, the only place you can do is to go to another place.
Right.
There are already 3,000 people who have left America, African descendants, who have went to Ghana. 3,000 people already. They get houses, they get land, because the country of Ghana is literally begging Americans like us, who was lost in diaspora, to come back. We'll give you land. We'll give you acres of land. You can do your own garden. In Ghana, the weather is always beautiful. Joan and I, we're going to Israel. We're going to get our wedding vows renewed. Who are we sitting at the table with when I took you down to the restaurant?
Queen Vida.
Queen Vida. She's one of the queens from Ghana.
Okay.
7 and 6, what it say?
And God spake on this wise, that his seed shall sojourn in a strange land.
This is, again, in Acts, this is a precept to the scripture we just read with Abraham. In Acts, it's going to say the same thing. Come on.
And that they should bring them into bondage, and treat them evil 400 years.
Are y'all seeing this?
Yeah.
Same prophecy in the book of Acts, what they call the New Testament. Okay, so we see that this word was seen by Abraham in a dream, and then again it was said and spoken again here in the book of Acts. That they were going to be in a strange land, they were going to be in the bondage, they were going to be entreated for how long?
400 years.
And 400 years is right around the corner. Being over. Come on.
And the nation to whom they shall be in bondage will I judge, and said God. And after that shall they come forth and serve me in this place.
And after that, they're going to come and serve me in the backwoods of a place. Is that what I said?
No.
You gonna serve him with a bug out bag in the forest?
No.
This says, and I will judge, says Elohim, and after that shall they come forth and serve me in
this place.
Now, where were they at in the book of Acts? They were in Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Yes, sir.
Okay.
They gonna come serve me over there where they are, or they gonna come back to this place.
This place, okay.
Because this place is the place where Yahweh's eyes never go off of. He looks at that place. It's a place that his name is. It's a place where his eyes are always upon his land. Are y'all hearing this?
Boy, you preaching. I'm with
Yes.
you. Come on with it.
Matthew 24,
Come on
23.
with it.
This is the voice of the Messiah. What is he saying?
And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to shew him the buildings of the temple.
Okay, so here they're looking at the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. Come on.
And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things?
See all these things, see all these buildings? Okay, come on.
Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Wow.
All these buildings you see, there ain't gonna be one stone left there that's gonna be left to another. They all gonna be thrown down. Come on.
And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world?
So that's the question that they want to know. When is gonna be the end of the world? When is everything gonna happen? In other words, when is gonna be our turn? Yeah. That's all they want to know.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all follow me?
Yes.
All right, let's walk on through. Mark chapter 13, verse 1 through 4. What it say?
And as he went out of the temple, one of his disciples said unto him, Master, see what manner of stones and what buildings are here.
Mm-hmm. So ask the same question. Come on.
And Jesus answering said unto him, Seest thou these great buildings? There shall not be left one stone upon another that shall be thrown down.
That shall not
be thrown down.
So all these stones and these buildings will all be thrown down. Ain't one gonna be left. Come on.
And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, over against the temple, Peter and James and John and Andrew asked him privately.
What they asked him?
Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of when all these things shall be fulfilled?
So again, they're asking that same question, and that's the question on everybody's heart. When is everything going? What's going to be the sign? How are we going to know when is the time for the end?
Yeah.
Okay? Luke 2:21, 5 and 7. What is that?
And as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with goodly stones and gifts, he said.
So they're looking again at the temple, and they talk about how beautiful the temple of Solomon. This is Solomon's temple, how beautiful it looks. Look at the temple. Look at all the goodly and precious stones and gifts that's on it. Come on, what did the Messiah say?
And as for these things which ye behold, the days will come, in which there shall not be left one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down.
Again, he said he's going to throw all them stones that you see, all those things are going to be thrown down. They ain't going to look pretty when you see it. Okay? That's what he says. That's going to be the time of the end, when that happens and that takes place. Come on.
And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass?
Y'all hear it? They asked the same question, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now we're going to go into the Apocrypha, because we understand and know that already has happened already. Go over to Jerusalem now, go over to Israel now, all you see is a waste place in the real Jerusalem. When you go look at the other Jerusalem that the Jews are calling Jerusalem, you see all kind of beautiful things built up and wonderful cities. You see a wall called a Wailing Wall that they go to pray to, right? They pray at the wall. They call it that the remnant of Solomon's temple. But what did Jesus say over 3 times? There won't be one stone left upon another.
That's right.
And we know what that Wailing Wall is actually the fort of Antonia. It was a Roman fortress that they're fooling the world in believing that it's a remnant from Solomon's temple. Right. And it's not. Okay? So we already know where the real Jerusalem is, and we already know the fake Jerusalem. We already know what's happening and what's taking place. Okay? So let's go to the Apocrypha, and let's see what's going on with this Hebrew thought and this Hebrew mindset, and we're going to look at these Israelites. First Maccabees 11 and 15. What did it say?
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
The Apocrypha, this book here, is the book that they took out of the Bible. These books are no longer in the Bible. All right, you see Malachi, and then you go to Matthew. You go from the Persian captivity all the way over to the Roman captivity. And the space in the middle has all been removed and taken out. So what I'm showing you, this is the history of the Greeks. This is the history of the Greeks. And what you're reading is First Maccabees. And he's letting you know what the Israelites was doing in the time of the Greeks. He said, in those days went there out Israel, wicked men. Everybody say, wicked men.
Wicked men.
So everybody in Israel is not righteous. There are wicked men that's calling themselves Israelites. Are y'all hearing that?
Yes.
These wicked men said, let us go and make a covenant with the heathens. Was we warned not to make a covenant with the heathens?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, over and over again, we was warned not to do that. But these wicked men said, let's go make a covenant with them. And because since we've departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So in other words, when you stop doing Christmas, didn't y'all have much sorrow? When you stop keeping Easter, the Easter bunny, and stop going dying eggs, didn't y'all have much sorrow? Same type of thing. Let's go back and do those things again. Let's go get joined back with our heathens so we can do the same thing we were doing before. When we stop doing the whole thing with all the holidays and things that they gave us in this country, and we stop doing those things, there's a certain level of sorrow that goes into the wicked Israelites' heart. And they say, we want to return back to those things. Watch what they say. Come on.
So this device pleases them well.
So this device pleased these Israelites well to know they're going to go back to doing Christmas, Easter, and Sunday. Okay? Just give me all an understanding. Come on. What it say?
And certain other people were so far hearing that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
So there were some Israelites that were so wanting to do this so bad that they said, man, just give us a license to do like y'all. Now that's how we got licenses for everything. Don't you need a license to drive? Why you need a license to drive? Why you need a license to get married?
License to open up.
License for everything. You need a license for everything. This is what happened in the time of the Greeks. Give us a license to do like y'all do. As if that's going to legitimize that with the Most High. It's not going to legitimize that with the Most High. Okay? Are y'all following the history? Yeah. This is where it all come from. Okay? Come on.
Whereupon they built a place of the exercise at Jerusalem.
So wherefore they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem. Now before they didn't have no place of exercise because the Israelites already worked hard. They were already in the field. They were already tilling their gardens. Now because they want to be like the heathens, they say now build us an LA Fitness. Build us a place like that. We want to go to Charter Fitness. We want to go to a Planet Fitness. Build us that right in Jerusalem. Right in this holy city, this holy place. We need a place of exercise. And in the time of the Greeks, they were in there all naked. They were naked wrestling. Yeah. So you know they were homosexuals. Are y'all hearing this?
Yes.
So they're building a place literally of Sodom and Gomorrah in the holy city. Y'all hearing this? Come on, read what it say.
According to the custom of the heathen.
They built this place of exercise according to the customs of the heathens. Come on.
And made themselves uncircumcised.
And they made themselves uncircumcised. That was part of the covenant, to be circumcised. Remember we talked about when the Hebrews got upset with Shechem and them, they had to defile the daughter of Dinah. He told all them to get circumcised, right? Yeah. Then they went there and got them all, right? Y'all remember?
Yeah.
So he said the Israelites made themselves uncircumcised. Come on.
And forsook the holy covenant.
And they forsook. Didn't say they couldn't do it. Didn't say they couldn't keep it. It says that they forsook it. They left it alone. Come on.
And joined themselves to the heathen. Or sold to do mischief.
So that's what happened. They were sold to do mischief. They joined with the heathens and said, man, we're going to do everything the heathens do. These are our new brothers. Remember when Jesus was in the room teaching? And they said, your mother and your brothers knocking at the door. He said, who was my mother and my brother? But they that do what? The will of Yah. Building a place of exercise, is that a part of Yahweh's will?
No.
Y'all get what I'm saying? My brother, your sister are the one they that do the will of Yah. Okay? Come on, what did it say?
Whereupon they built a place of exercise.
I did all that already. Powerful. Okay, skip on down to 43. Come on.
Many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
So now not only did they make a covenant with the heathens, they now consented to the heathens' religion. They said, yeah, we'll do what y'all do. So they consented to his religion. And this is what they had to do.
And sacrifice unto idols.
They had to sacrifice unto idols. Come on.
And profane the Sabbath.
And they had to profane the Sabbath day. Do everything that was ungodly on the Sabbath day. And that's the whole point of the Sabbath day. You know, when people say, we can worship the Father every day. Y'all heard that before?
Yes.
What they got it all mixed up is that the Sabbath day was really ceasing from evil. Now, when are we supposed to cease from evil? Just one day or every day?
Every day.
That's what they mean when they say, well, we can worship the Father every day. Well, that's not what the Sabbath means. It ain't got nothing to do with worshiping the Father.
Right.
When we had the seventh day of rest, that was ceasing from evil. Ceasing from evil. Sabbath, cease, stop. Stop what? Working? No. You cease from doing evil. Now, when do you stop ceasing to do evil? Every day. Y'all see how they got the definitions all that mixed up? Right. Y'all walking with me?
Yes.
Okay, so now they can sit and doing what the heathens are doing. They're profaning the Sabbath and they're sacrificing unto idols. Come on.
For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the city of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
See, these are strange laws of the land. These are not the laws that the Father had given them. Right. They're strange laws of the land. Come on.
And forbid burnt offerings.
So they forbid the Israelites to do burnt offerings.
And sacrifice.
Come on.
And drink offerings in the temple. And that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days.
They should profane the Sabbath and all of the holy days. See how they call them? Festival days. The days they celebrate. The Passover. Unleavened bread. All the days they festivaling, having a good time. We'll call them festival days. You see how they watered it down? They took away holy days and made it now just a festival. Hanukkah. Give gifts just like Christmas. Just like the heat. Are y'all seeing what's going on here?
Yes.
Same thing. Okay? Come on.
And pollute the sanctuary.
Pollute the sanctuary.
And holy people.
And the holy people. Come on.
Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols.
Set up all these things unto idols. Come on.
And sacrifice swine's flesh.
Uh-oh. Now get the pig out. And sacrifice swine's flesh.
And unclean beasts.
And all the unclean beasts. So you know after they sacrifice the swine, then they're going to do what? Partake of eating it. Y'all know y'all want some of that bacon over there? Get some of them old pork chops. Boy, they've been cooking it, smelling good. Put some barbecue sauce, rib tips. Boy, I put a picture of rib tips. Oh, that do look good. Oh, yeah, I can taste a rib tip now.
That's true.
Bring them shrimp. Bring them shrimp. Shrimp and grits.
Yes.
Right? Come on. Give me some crab legs.
Oh, Jesus.
Crab legs.
Somebody say, oh, Jesus.
That's the weakness, crab legs.
I don't eat crab legs.
We used to have those every Friday. Crab legs and shrimp. And high cholesterol. And all the curses too, right?
Never ate none of that fish.
Oh, my. Look at that. Pray for her.
I didn't like the crab legs, but I did like the shrimp.
Come on, what it say?
They shall also leave their children and uncircumcised.
See, they're going to leave it. This is the sorrow that they was feeling. Right. Man, we got to leave all that. Let's go join back with the heathen so we can eat all that stuff.
No.
Maybe some wicked Israelites want that to happen.
I'm not doing that.
All right, hallelujah. But that's how they were feeling. Though. Like, man, we got to give up all that. But let's go be with the heathens again. This is why they came out. Like, man, come on. You know we enjoyed all that wicked stuff. Are y'all see what I'm saying?
Yes. That's true.
Okay, so that they should also leave their children uncircumcised. Come on.
And make their souls abominable.
Make their souls abominable. Come on.
With all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
So they're going to do everything the heathens do. And when they do everything the heathens do, it makes them abominable. It makes them profane. Makes them, they can't go before the presence of Yahweh no more. Right. Remember, his people were supposed to be a kingdom of who? Priests. Yeah. So guess what? They are surrendering their Hebrew thought and their Hebrew laws and their Hebrew mindset. Now they're bringing it down to serve these Greeks. And what it's doing is it's bringing the Hebrew thought down and it's causing what they think to rise up. Right. Y'all see this? Watch. Come on. The word profane is an act of great disrespect shown to God or to sacred ideas, people, or things. The first book of Maccabees tells of the profane of the temple of Jerusalem by Antioch, defilement, it means desecration, irreverence, profanation, and sacrilege. That's what the word profane means. That's what they were making them very disrespectful to the Most High. Well, the Most High had to get them out of the land. Okay? First Maccabees 1:49. This is why they made them do all that. Come on.
To the end, they might forget the law.
So to the end, they might forget the law. Come on.
And change all the ordinances.
And change all the ordinance. Are y'all hearing this? Yes. So they made them do all of that profane and all that jacked up stuff just so that they could not remember what they were supposed to, what were they doing before they were doing all of that. Like, what were we doing before we were celebrating Halloween? What were we doing before we was doing Thanksgiving? What was we doing before they gave us all of this stuff? See, to the end that they might, everybody say, forget the law.
Forget the law.
And to change all the ordinance, all the holy days, everything around. So now you can't remember what you was doing prior to that.
Right.
Y'all getting this?
Yes.
Come on.
And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
So everybody that did not sacrifice swine's flesh, eat swine's flesh, do all these bad things, they're going to die. So now, if you already have a heart to want to be with the heathens, this command by the king ain't going to be too hard for you to choose, is it?
Right.
Because you want to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Where he said, and then use, well, he said, I'm going to die, so I might as well go ahead on and do what the heathen say. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Y'all following this? So, what happened between the Old Testament and the New Testament? That's what we just read. That's what happened between the Old Testament and the New Testament. 360 years, the Hellenistic period. This was the period between the Old Testament and the New Testament coming. This Apocrypha book was there. And the word Apocrypha means hidden books or hidden treasure. Okay? 360 years, the Greeks studied the Hebrews. 360 years, they turned everything that we had at that time upside down. And now they're on top, and the Hebrew thought is now buried on the inside of those people who are called Hebrews. No longer do you remember your language, because they came and made you learn Greek language. So guess what? Whatever language you speak is going to cause you to what? Think like that language.
Yeah.
So you're going to think how you speak. So if they taught you a different language than what you have already learned and knew, it's going to cause your thinking to be different, because you're going to think about words in a different way. Y'all following this?
Yes.
So 360 years, they turned the Hebrew thought from being here to being hidden, and the Greek thought to be up here. And that's all we know is that thought. That's why you got all these philosophers named Socrates, Plato, all these people coming on the scene, giving a different perspective, who are not Hebrews, who are not Israelites. Okay? Hebrew thought, culture. The Hebrew thought is concrete. The Hebrew thought has to do with action and function. Everybody say action and function.
Action and function.
So they took away action and function, and they replaced it with Greek and Roman thought and Greek culture, which is abstract. Abstract has to do with ideas and just words. I can say big words, give you big ideas, and we can just, philosophize on these words and ideas. These lofty thoughts. We can have these lofty thoughts. We never do nothing, but I'll just give you the thought. I'll just give you the perspective, and that's all you have is abstract, which means you'll never be able to do anything. You'll only be able to think about it and ponder on it.
Right.
Are y'all hearing this?
Yeah.
Abstract is out in the make-believe world. So everything we think is make-believe. We're thinking it in make-believe. It's way out here.
Come on,
it's
Pastor,
way out in
come on.
make-believe. That's what abstract is. Concrete is something I can touch, something I can smell, something I can taste,
Yes,
something I can feel.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all hearing that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's what concrete is, and that's what we once thought like. We thought from the perspective of the Hebrews, action and function.
Hallelujah.
When he said go, we knew that meant to go. That don't mean in my mind I'm going. It means literally to go.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Are y'all hearing this?
Yes.
Yes.
So when he told Abraham to leave his country, to go to the place where he was going to send him, did that mean in his mind Did that mean to philosophize? Well, if I leave from the city to go to the country, then that means I left my country. I'm going to go from this country to the other country down the road. I done left my country. Y'all hearing that? Don't make sense, do it?
No, it doesn't.
But again, when we think like Greeks and Romans, we have these ideas and these words, but we don't have function and action like Hebrews. Psalms 83:4. Come on.
They have said, "Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance."
This is what this is all about. Take away the Hebrew thought. Don't have them thinking like Hebrews. Because if we take away the thought of them being like Hebrews, they ain't going to function like that. And they'll be cut off. And they won't even remember what happened, what they were doing. We're going to put another mindset in them. Are y'all hearing this?
Yes.
So I'm preaching better than y'all saying. Amen. Let's cut them off from being a nation. Let's cut them off from thinking like Hebrews. Let's cut them off from functioning, because these jokers, when they get together, boy, they create havoc. First of all, there's too many of them. They keep having babies. They keep having babies after babies after babies. They're mightier than us. They're more and they're mightier. So we got to do something to cut them off from being the nation. What's the best way to cut them off? Take away their land, language, culture. Take all that away from them. Give them something else to replace it, and they'll never remember what they were doing before the day the Hebrew thought was buried. That's what the Willie Lynch letter is all about. That's what it promoted. So we're gonna watch the Get Out movie. I got a clip from that. Yes, it's a bootleg. All right. The part that I'm going to show you is the part I'm going to show you. Y'all listen. The part that I'm going to show you is the part where he began to get hypnotized.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Okay? He got hypnotized to think something else, and the real him went inside of himself and was literally buried. And I want y'all to see this as a visual to understand what happened to the Hebrew thought, how it was buried, and how another concept and a thought process came forth. Okay? Let me show y'all that clip.
Okay.
All right? So, again, the scene that I'm going to show you is when this lady is going to sit him in a chair, and she's going to start hypnotizing him. She got a method or a way to hypnotize him where he was unaware that he was being hypnotized. Ain't that what happened to us?
Yeah.
See, we don't know that we're being hypnotized. We don't know that we're thinking like another nation of people. But when the Hebrew truth comes to you and you start getting upset about it, like, what you mean I can't eat pork chop? No, I want to eat pork chop. Why? Because that's what the Greeks did.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're going to be against not eating it. Are y'all hearing it?
Yeah.
What do you mean I can't celebrate Christmas? Ain't nothing wrong with getting a tree, putting it in your house and bowing down to it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because that's what the Greeks did. You don't realize you're hypnotized.
Right.
And we're bringing the light of the truth to you. But of course, you're Greek and you're Roman and you're American. So it's going to be against the Hebrew thought, because the Hebrews didn't do that stuff. Yes.
Did you say bowing down because we got to get on our knees to open the gifts?
Yes. Okay. Bowing down to the tree every time you go underneath to get the gifts.
Okay, well,
Never thought about it. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you've been thinking like a Greek and a Roman. Hey, all I'm doing is going there, get the tree. I got to get the gift some kind of way. What if I get some kind of a rope and just get the tree? See, you start thinking, remember, Greeks, ideas and words. You're thinking of another way just not to bow down, but you still be doing the same thing because you brought it. He said, learn out the ways of the heathen. You're not supposed to do it anyway. It wasn't something to give it to us. But you've been hypnotized all your life into doing it.
Yes.
So this guy's about to be hypnotized and not even know he's being hypnotized. And the lady's going to tell him, sink into the chair. Lose who you are. You go into darkness, and we're going to implant our own thoughts and ideas into your mind. We want your body, but not your mind. Ooh, are y'all hearing that? We want your strong, remember the Willie Lynch letter?
Yeah.
Let their bodies be strong. Why? Because we got to be slaves. Boy, we got to be in the field. We got to dribble the basketball. We got to hit the ball out the park. We got to do the football. Keep the mind weak, though. Let the mind be weak. Let them not be able to have good thoughts and fresh ideas. Let them not recognize and realize who they really are. Because if they realize that greatness is down on the inside of them, then all our world is going to be over.
Yeah.
So that's the part that I'm going to show you now. Okay?
Yeah. Come in and sit with me, please. Just for a little bit. Please. Thank you. So you're comfortable enough, right?
It's perfect. Thanks.
Sure. You want to know how it works?
You just dangle a pocket watch in front of people's faces, is that it?
You watch a lot of TV.
When I was a kid.
Now you're feeling very sleepy. We do use focal points sometimes to guide someone into a state of heightened suggestibility.
Heightened suggestibility.
That's right. That's right. Do you smoke in front of my daughter?
I'm gonna quit, I promise.
That's my kid. That is my kid. You understand? What about your mother?
What about her? Wait, are we?
Where were you when she died?
I don't want to think about that. Watching TV.
Do you hear the TV? What do you hear?
Rain.
Rain. It was raining. You hear the rain?
Mm-hmm.
You hear it? Find it. Tell me when you found it. Come here, Chris. Look at me.
Found it.
Where was your mom?
She was coming home. She wasn't home.
From work?
Mm.
And what did you do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I just sat there.
You didn't call anyone?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I just thought that if I did, it'd make it real.
You're so scared. You think it was your fault? How do you feel now?
I can't move.
You can't move.
I cannot move.
You're paralyzed. Just like that day when you did nothing. You did nothing. Now, sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink. Now you're in the sunken place.
And y'all know what she said at the last time? She said, you're in the sunken place. You're in the sunken place. That was her last words that she said. She calls his body. She sat there, called him in the room. For those that didn't understand what was happening, she called him in the room, sat down in the chair, and she asked him, do you want to see how it happens? Because he already knew that she could hypnotize people. And she was sort of like opening him up for her. He's like, what you do? You just put a pocket watch in front of somebody's face and they do it. But she was doing it with the cup. And her cup, spoon in the cup, she developed a method of hypnotizing him just by stirring the cup of coffee or tea that she was stirring up. And that was the thing that was hypnotizing him. And before you know it, he was paralyzed. Everybody say paralyzed.
Yeah.
See, when you're hypnotized, there's no way you're going to be able to go forward.
Right.
You're going to be paralyzed and stuck in the same place. Mama was like this, guess where you're going to be? The daughter going to be where? Same place. And then guess what? When she have a daughter, we'll be in the same place. For generations. We've been in the same place for 400 years. Are y'all hearing this?
Yes.
Same place for 400 years. Because something is going on. It's a hypnotism that has taken place.
Yes.
But we don't know that we've been hypnotized. And the real us has been put into a sunken place, into a place of darkness. But it's on the inside of you. But we're here to talk to you and tell you that it's there on this side. We're telling you who you are, that you're great. Greatness is on the inside. We're telling you you're Hebrew. We're trying to restore those things back to you. But you can't even receive it because you're in a sunken place. And you have been given another perspective and another mindset. Just like what happened to him in that movie clip. He was still there. Body was still there. And she said, now you're in a sunken place. You're in a place where you have no authority, no power, and no resources. Nothing is going to be able to pull you up out of that place. He was hidden inside of himself. Remember I told you? The life is where? In the blood.
Yes.
Everything about you is in your blood. The fact that you're an Israelite, it's in your blood. It's something there. But those things have to be recalled back to your mind in order for you to begin to function like you're supposed to function. Y'all following that?
Yes.
Watch this. 360 years of Hellenization, what the Greeks studied us. At the end of this period, they were able to turn everything that was Hebraic upside down and bring everything up that's Greek to the forefront. And the destruction of the temple in 70 AD. This was the Greeks' Hellenization period. Then the Romans came in and destroyed our temple and fulfilled the words of the Messiah when he said there's not going to be one stone that's going to be set upon another that won't be thrown down. Remember we read that?
That's what it said, yeah.
So from 70 AD all the way until now, there's been this Hellenization period. There has been a unified effort to suppress the truth from the mind of the real Yehudim, so the true children of Israel. There's been a concerted effort to cut us off from being a nation. Let's hypnotize them. Let's give them another thought so they would never think like they were supposed to think, which is a Hebraic thought. Haven't y'all, even in school, let's take math for instance. Your teacher taught you a way to do math. But then you thought about it and said, man, that don't even make sense. I see another way we can do the same thing to get
Come
to the
on,
same,
boy, preach this thing.
Same answer. Has anybody ever did that before?
Yeah.
Like, man, why we gotta go through all these steps?
Yeah.
When all we gotta do is just do bam, bam, bam.
You better come on and preach this, boy.
Y'all hear what I'm talking about? See, this is what's going on.
Hallelujah.
They want to give you their thought and their way of doing stuff so that you won't ever even think about doing it your way, because your way always has to be wrong. If it's white, it got to be what?
Right.
If it comes from you, then it got to be wrong. Whack. Yeah.
Because that's what it's
Black, it's got to be whack. Right? That rhymes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Like in the movie when he asked dude about the African American experience.
Oh yeah. You can tell from that his response what?
That he was hypnotized.
That he was hypnotized.
Because dude looked at him like, It's been exceptional.
Right? So they took over another black person's body and they asked them, what is the African American experience like in America? It's been African American. And he said, oh, well, maybe this guy can answer the question. And he threw it off on the one that had already been hypnotized.
Right.
He said, well, for me, it's been exceptional. It's been just a wonderful thing. Because I know good and well it ain't been exceptional. So it tells you some hypnotism has already taken place. By the way he dressed, by the way, all the black people talked this strange, didn't they?
Yes.
In that movement. Okay? So all the way from the Apocrypha all the way up to now, there has been a concerted, unified effort to hide who you really are and to hide what's really going on and what's really happening. And they're using the same book that they know you're going to believe.
Yes.
My. Ezekiel 34, 5, and 6. Come on, what it say?
And they were scattered because there was no shepherd. They became meat to all the beasts of the field.
Did y'all hear that? This is us. We were scattered and we became meat to all of the beasts of the field. Because we're out of our land. We're out of our thinking and out of our mindset. So now we're going to become beasts. So we're going to become the victims or the prey to all of the beasts of the field because we were scattered. Come on, Ezekiel, read.
My sheep wandered through all the mountains, upon every high hill. Ye, my flock, was scattered upon all the earth, face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them.
Y'all hear that? Has anybody here been in the same house you've been in since you was born?
No.
You was?
I say I wish.
Okay. Ain't that something? So even in our little captivity that we're in now, we have been moving from house to house and place to place.
Yes.
Wondering what's going on. Ain't nobody been in the same house you was since you was born? Nobody in this room?
No.
What does that say?
We looking for home.
Looking for a place to call home. You got to keep finding it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep looking. Job 4 and 11. I love this one. Come on.
The old lion perished.
The old lion is what? Perished. The old lion in you has now perished.
Yes.
Woo!
Hallelujah.
Come on, what it say?
For the lack of prey.
For the lack of prey, because at first we beat everybody down so it wasn't nobody for us to fight no more.
Yes.
It was a lack of prey. We couldn't find no other people to conquer. So the old lion has now perished for the lack of prey, and the stout, come on.
And the stout lion's whelp are scattered abroad.
Now we're scattered abroad. The babies are scattered abroad, so we don't know what the old lion was capable of doing. Y'all hearing that? Job 4 and 11. Lamentations 2 and 9.
Her gates are sunk into the ground.
Her gates are sunk in the ground. That's our land. It's sunk in the ground. No more gates. No more protection. That's why you got a gate. You got a gate up to protect what's yours. But look what happened. Her gates are sunk into the ground.
He hath destroyed and broken her bars.
He has destroyed and broken her bars. Come on.
The king and her princes.
Look at that. The king and our princesses. Come on.
Are among the Gentiles.
We're among the Gentiles. We're among a different people. Come on.
The law is no more.
And the law is no more. He knew that when we got among them Gentiles, the law wouldn't be no more in your mind or in your memory because they were going to hypnotize you and give you a whole nother thought and a whole nother mindset. This is PhD level kind of stuff.
Yes, it is.
Y'all hearing this?
Yes. Yes.
Come on, Jeremiah 51.
Mischief shall.
Ezekiel 7 and 26.
Mischief shall come upon mischief. Rumor shall be upon rumor. Then they shall seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and the counsel from the ancients.
So they say they're going to be seeking, trying to get a word from the Father. How many people want a word from the Father? I ask you. You want the Father to come speak to you? You want a word? Give me some direction in my life.
Yeah.
He said they're going to be looking for it, but the law is going to perish from the priest and the counsel from the ancients. They ain't going to be able to get it from the book. They ain't going to understand what's going on. They don't understand this truth and understand this book, what it's really trying to get you to see and understand.
Help us, Lord.
Okay?
Yes, Father. Yes.
This is the task of the William Lynch letter. Was to keep them away. This was the other part I never read before. At the end of the letter, it talked about William Lynch saying, now listen, this is going to keep them slaves for the next 400 years if you follow my methods. He said, this is what you don't want to happen. Keep them away from anything. Keep the slaves away from anything that may lead them to their original state. Because the mind has a way of resetting itself. Keep Keep them away from anybody that's talking about Hebrew Israelite and they were those people. Keep them away from anything that will remind them of who they used to be. Because if you start talking and get them around people like that, the mind that we gave them is going to start resetting itself. Say, hold on. I ain't got to take this crap no more. I am a royalty.
That's just like in a movie.
Just like in the movie. Watch that. But it's not lost. The mindset is not lost. Sister Emma, she's on. Because you know where I was about to go. It's just been buried inside of you. Just like in the movie. Go ahead, Sister Emma, explain it. You obviously know where I'm going. Come on. Come on, sister.
Just like the housekeeper. When he was asking her questions and she was acting kind of strange and she was going from one state to the other. It was the black person in her
agreed.
Trying to resurface.
Yes.
And fear the white part that had taken over her.
Yes. So if it's inside of you and it's been buried and ain't went nowhere, you just don't remember.
Right.
What do we do when the greatness of who you are is buried inside of you? I guess I gotta tune up now. What do you do when you're Hebrew? What do you do? When the greatness inside of you has been buried? What do you do when who you really are is down on the inside, but you just don't remember who you are? What do you do? Look, y'all hear y'all too.
Sound like a song.
What do you do, right? Well, you do that. What that say?
Flash some light.
You gotta flash some light. Remember? He flashed his light on that boy.
That flashlight, that camera.
Come on, he flashed the camera light on him. And what happened?
Get out.
Get out of here, man. Get out. Yes. He thought everybody else thought that the man was attacking him.
Right, I did.
But he was really wanting him, telling him, get the hell out of here.
So the black part of him came up and was telling him to get out.
Because he flashed the light. It brought the old him up. And he was like, get out of it. Because it was never left him. He was still who he was.
Yeah.
It was just buried. But when the light flashed, all of a sudden he began to see a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
Psalms 4 and 6, come on.
There be many that say, who will shew us any good? Lord, lift thou up the light of thy countenance.
Read that again. Come on.
There be many that say, who will shew us any good? Lord, lift thou up the light of thy countenance upon us.
Ooh, who gonna show the people something good? Father, lift up the light of your countenance upon us.
Yes.
Are y'all hearing that?
Yes.
He's asking the question. Who gonna show the world, who gonna show the other Israelites some good? Well, Father, lift up the light of your countenance upon us.
Glory.
We gotta pray for it.
Well, it's already in you.
It's already in you.
You already know.
That's what we gotta do.
You gotta start doing. Lift up your light. The light of your countenance upon us. When you start talking to people, boy, that light gonna start coming through. And see, when you're talking to people, it's been such a long time, 40 years, ain't nothing more. You gotta go through all that hypnotism, go through all that. Then all of a sudden, maybe a word, maybe it says one watered, one planted, but who's gonna bring the increase? Yahweh is gonna bring the increase.
Yeah.
So we gonna plant, and we show that light on the continent, and all of a sudden, boy, they start, man, maybe there's some truth to that. Maybe there is. Let me go do some research. Are y'all hearing that?
Yes.
Come on, read loud and strong, John. What it say? Matthew 6 and 22.
The light of the body is the eye.
What's the light of the body?
The eye.
Remember the man falling? Only light he had was where? Through his eyes. So the Bible is confirming that the light of the body is the what?
Eye.
Come on.
If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
If your eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. When your eyes are fixed and purposed and situated on a certain thing, he said your whole body going to be full of light. When your mind is fixed on this truth and on his word and who you are. Come on, Matthew 23.
But if thine eye be evil,
But if your eye be evil, come on.
thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
Come on.
If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, How great is that darkness?
How great. So we saw there was a whole lot of darkness in him, wasn't there?
Yes.
Because he had no idea. He said, you're in a sunken place. And he closed his eyes and all the light went out. That's what most of our people are. They're in a dark place.
Yes.
Dark place. Been in a dark place all their life. They only can see it here. They're zombies. They saying, hey, they saying, what's up? Let's go kick it. Let's go do this. But they're dead.
Right.
There's 37 words for the word die, and only one of them have to do with being buried underground.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Y'all hearing that?
Yes.
Don't hurt us, Pastor. Don't hurt us.
Proverbs 15:30. What did it say?
Light of the eyes rejoiceth the heart.
The light of the eyes rejoiceth the heart.
And a good report maketh the bones fat.
And a good report maketh the bones fat.
Glory, Lord, Lord.
Isaiah 2:5. What did it say?
O house of Jacob, come ye.
Come on, read loud and strong. What did it say?
O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord.
Let's come and walk in the light of Yah. Oh, house of Jacob. Y'all gonna come and walk in the light of Yah?
Yes.
Come on, we want to get out of the darkness and we want to get into the light.
That's right.
All right? John 9:5.
As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world.
That's what the Messiah says. As long as I'm in the world, I'm the light of the world. But as soon as I go away, you're going to become the light of the world. You're going to be like the city that is set up on a hill, which cannot be hid. Are y'all hearing this?
Yes.
Hallelujah.
He left us with a responsibility, didn't he? But guess what he said? Lo, I'll be with you always, even to the ends of the world.
Yes.
But you don't know that that's what's on the inside of you. But it's going to come to the top. We're going to declare it. We're going to speak it. Come on. 2 Corinthians 4:6, what does it say?
For God, who commanded the light to shine out of the darkness.
See, only God, and y'all need to understand that the word God is a title. God is a title. The Most High that we serve is Israel. His name is what?
Yah.
Yah.
Hallelujah.
God is a title. Men are gods.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a title. Adam was what? A god. How do we know he was a god? Because let us make man in our image and in our likeness. But this God man in the flesh named Adam didn't do the thing, didn't obey. So he therefore did what? Fall. Now the Messiah calls himself the what? Second what?
Adam.
But don't we know that he was God though? We know Yeshua was God though.
Yes.
See, but he called himself what? The second Adam.
Yes.
So that lets you know the first Adam had to be on the same level as the second Adam.
Right.
At first. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it took the second Adam to come, who was going to walk in complete obedience and show us this is how you're supposed to live on this earth.
Right.
I'm going to show you how to walk on water. I'm going to show you how to cast out devils.
Yes.
I'm going to show you how to handle serpents. I'm going to teach you how to speak in tongues. I'm going to teach you how to lay your hands on the sick. And I'm going to teach you as Israelites how to be a God on the earth. Did not Moses? He didn't want to go to tell the children of Israel anything because he was scared that he couldn't speak right. Y'all remember that?
Yes.
Then Aaron came. And he said, oh, I see Aaron, your brother. I'll tell you what. Let Aaron be the prophet, and Moses, you're going to be God to Pharaoh.
Amen.
That's what he said.
Are y'all hearing this?
Yeah.
In other words, you're going to speak to Aaron like a God and put the words that I give you, you're going to put it in Aaron's mouth, and Aaron's going to be the prophet.
That's what he says. Yes.
Are y'all hearing this?
Yeah.
So when we see, for God has commanded the light to shine out of darkness, and he said, the works that I do, you're going to do what? Greater works. Remember, they wanted him to stay. They said, gee, we don't want you to go. He says, it's expedient that I go away.
Yes,
because if I don't go away, the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, won't come and live in you.
Right.
And in that day, you're going to know that I'm in my Father in me, and I in you.
Hallelujah.
And if Christ, what was in Christ? Reconciling the world. God was in Christ, reconciling the world back unto himself.
That's right.
So do you believe that Christ is in you?
Yes.
See, if he gets in you, you become a part of him, and he becomes a part of you.
Yes.
And he has he knows who. That's why he got crucified, because he was saying he was what? God. He was saying before Abraham was, I am.
That's what he said.
And he said, now I'm about to step in you. And the same authority, the same power, the same thing I was able to do, you're going to be able to do greater.
Yes.
Are y'all hearing this? So the word God, it only means mighty one. Are there mighty men on the earth today?
Yes.
That's all it means.
Yes.
Mighty.
Yes.
So guess what he wants you to do? Mighty works.
Mighty works.
And when you become mighty in the earth, you become on the same level as God. And God is a title. You're not the creator of the universe. We know you're not Yahweh in the sense of being the creator of the universe. But you do have creative ability in you.
Yes.
Anytime you see you have less money and you have more bills and you create a way to pay all of the bills with less money, you got to be a God. Are y'all hearing that?
Yes.
If you're able to say, okay, I got one chicken leg.
Yes.
And I'm going to make some chicken stew to feed all these folks.
There's a lot of
Didn't Jesus take 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread
Yes,
and
he
fed
did.
4,000 to 5,000 people, including the women and the children?
Yes.
Little mother can get in the kitchen with 2 chicken legs. Come on. A little, some corn here, some peas there, some carrots there, and all of a sudden feed a household of 16.
Yeah.
And y'all look at the miracle that Jesus did. He said he took the bread, he broke it, and he fed everybody from it. The same thing y'all do all the time. You take little, and little becomes much.
Yeah.
See, I gotta flash the light to let you know who you really are.
Yeah. Flash it, Pastor.
Are y'all hearing this?
Yeah.
That's true.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Come on, finish reading that, John.
Who commanded the light to shine out of darkness have shined in our hearts.
Shine in your hearts. Come on.
To give the light of light of knowledge.
To give the light of knowledge. Come on.
Of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ.
So that's the same thing he's doing with you. But you have to begin to call it to mind. See, if you don't call it to mind, this ain't going to mean nothing to you. You got to call it to mind. Lamentations 3:21.
This I will call to my mind. Therefore have I hope.
See, when you call it to your mind, you're going to have some hope. So, he is on the inside of me. I can do all things through Christ. That's good. I can walk it. I can create something new, a new place, a new paradigm, a new thing for my children. Y'all hearing this?
Yeah.
But you got to recall this to your mind, and then when you recall it to your mind, then you'll have some hope. God, again, is a what? Title. And it means mighty one. If you're a mighty one, then hey, you're just a mighty one. It fits you. If the shoe fits, wear it. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Isaiah 46:8. Come on.
Remember this. And show yourselves men.
It says, remember this and show yourselves men. Come on.
Bring it again to mind.
Bring it again to mind.
O ye transgressors.
O ye transgressors. Come on.
Remember the former things.
No, you're supposed to remember the things that ain't happened yet. You're supposed to remember
things.
what?
Former
things. Come on.
Of old. For I am Yah.
For I am God, which is mighty one. Watch what he says.
And there is none else.
And there's none else.
And I am Yah.
And there is what?
And there is none like me.
How do people know that there's nobody like you? I mean, nobody's fingerprints are the same.
No.
Right.
So when he says, I am God and there's none else, don't that fit you too? Is there anybody else like you in the world, bro?
No.
What about, is there somebody like you somewhere that we don't know about? You got a twin that got the same fingerprints as you. So when he says, I am God and there is none else, he's letting you know he made you in his image and his likeness. There ain't nobody like you.
That's Hebrew talk. Come
on,
on,
hear
preacher.
it. See, it doesn't offend Yahweh. It doesn't offend Yahweh for you to be called a God. The word God means a mighty one. That's all it means. Don't call me no God. I don't want to. We know you ain't the creator of the universe. We ain't telling you that. You got limits. Limitations. We know that.
That's right.
But if you don't believe that you're a mighty one, then guess what? You're going to stay down. Because you ain't going to do nothing mighty. Bible says, they that do know their God shall be strong and do what? Exploits. Boy, I'm preaching to y'all.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Come on. Look at what it's saying in Isaiah 10. He just got through saying, I am God and there's none else. I am God and there is none like me. Okay? And that's you. He's talking about you. Okay? Look at what gods do. Look at what mighty men do.
Declaring the end from the beginning.
Don't we declare the end? Don't we declare stuff all the time?
Yeah.
I declare this is the last time I'm going to deal with this knucklehead. I ain't going to never deal with this no more. Don't we declare stuff all the time?
Yes.
Well, why you acting like God did? But you won't take the title of that. Take the title of mighty one. I'm a mighty one in the earth. Say I'm a mighty one in the earth.
I'm a mighty one on the earth.
Because you're going to be scared to say I'm God in the earth, right? So say I'm a mighty one in the earth. Come on. See, declaring the what? End from the beginning. Come on. And from what?
Ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
Come on, you can declare the thing, speak those things that be not as though they were.
Yes.
Can't we do that all day long? Yes. I declare that my son is the smartest son in the world. I declare my daughter is the smartest she got created by dick. Are y'all hearing that?
Yes.
Don't we do that all the time now?
Yes.
My counsel shall what?
Stand.
And I will do all of my pleasure. Now, when your pleasure lines up with his pleasure, man, you can do all the pleasures of the Most High Yah. Y'all hearing this?
Yes.
Deuteronomy 30:1, what it say?
And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind.
Oh, when you call them to mind.
Yes.
Among the names, it has to be called to mind, because what you were and who you were has been sunken down inside of you. And it needs to come on up to the top. Come on.
Among all the nations, whether the Lord thy God has.
So there's a calling to mind that we have to get back to. To call, then after there's a call to mind, there has to be a call to action. Last one. Psalms 82. What did it say?
Defend the poor and the fatherless.
That's what we do in the earth as mighty men and women of the Most High Yah. We defend the poor and fatherless.
Yeah.
Say, I defend the poor and the fatherless.
I defend the poor and the fatherless.
Mother's already doing it right now, mother and elder. Bringing folks in. Come on. I got you. Y'all hearing this? That's what we supposed. That's our job. Yeah. There's mighty people in there. You already doing it. So there's mighty one in there. Come on.
Do justice to the afflicted and needy.
You do justice to the afflicted and the needy. Come on. What else you supposed to do?
Deliver the poor.
You're supposed to deliver the poor and the needy. Come on.
Rid them out of the hands of the wicked.
Get the needy and the poor out of the hands of the wicked. Come on.
They know not, neither will they understand.
The wicked ain't going to know not. They ain't going to understand. Why?
They walk on in the darkness.
They walk in darkness. That's why he has to call us out of darkness, out of this system, out of this way of thinking, out of this perspective. Because the ones that's around us, they walking on in darkness. Come on.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
This is why all the foundations of the earth are out of course. Because the Greek, Roman, American thought is up here, and the Hebrew thought has been suppressed. It's inside. But the Hebrew thought is rising. And as it rises, we're going to begin to change, and things are going to turn upside down. And look what he concluded it with. Come on, verse 6.
I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High.
See, how you put it in perspective? I just said all of y'all are mighty men. You are all mighty in the earth, and you're all children of the Most High.
Thank you. Hallelujah.
Are y'all hearing that?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what the Messiah was. He said, hey, I'm the son. And he said, hey, I'm like him too. Everything I see him do, I do. You do everything like your father. The second Adam. That's what he said. The first Adam did this. The second Adam, everything was done differently. Hallelujah. Shabbat shalom. I didn't know that was it. I thought it was some more. Y'all got that?
Yes.
Mind Matrix Part 2, when the Hebrew thought was